So in the front end here, first of all, we start with a brand new color that was launched with the S60. This is the Birch Light Metallic, quite a beautiful color. It's an interesting color personally as well. It tends to change color in different light. So you might notice that tomorrow on the road as you're in different lighting environments between the V60 Cross Country and the XC90 itself. Perhaps the most important change was not necessarily in design, but this is the all-new six-seater. So it's a high demand from the US market. And I've been living it with it myself now for 2 weeks, and my two kids absolutely love it. So it has much more access to that rear seat with no seat in the middle. So it does prevent fighting between kids a little bit, but also in a little bit of an adventure where my son and daughter love to go into the rear seat. But what really, it's accommodating an adult more so. So when you take somebody on a trip or you have somebody join you, an adult can sit in that second row, feel like an adult, and have a kid in the rear. So it's a great addition to this portfolio of XC90. Through the front end, the bumper is mostly the same. We've updated the lower bumper and the outer hatches with a bit larger piece of chrome that actually relates to the S90 and XC60 a bit more. The chrome on the outer hatch really paints that picture that flows around to the chrome on the side of the vehicle, creating a much more homogeneous feel. You'll have to take a walk around to the rear later as well, as there is a chrome inlay on the bumper that really connects that theme, a more homogeneous look throughout the car. Perhaps the biggest update in the front end is a new grille. This has two color inlays, so it has a chrome accented frame, which is a much more dominant frame in the lower. The upper used to be the more dominant. It's a subtle change, but it's a concave grille. The old one was a convex grille sticking out a little bit. So we've added a chrome inlay inside that satin silk mesh or bars in there to really convey that sense of luxury. Inside the interior, which you have to sit in later, we have added two wood trims in the vehicle, a gray ash and a blackened ash. And in the R design version, for the first time, we've offered a blonde seat interior inside the charcoal environment. So it plays with that accent. Not only R Design's having a complete charcoal interior now, but actually having those blonde seats accent the rest of the interior. So a couple new additions that you'll see tomorrow on the drive as well. If we move over to the XC60 here, and this is not just an XC60. This is for the first time a Polestar Engineered XC60. So this is powered by a T8 twin engine version. So it's pumping out 415 horsepower, and it has the full Ulian's damper chassis inside, and this one has the Akabono brakes. What we've rewarded the customer with is a unique 22-inch Polestar Engineered, uniquely designed rim, only for the Polestar Engineered cars. So this is not a diamond cut approach, but this is a machine cut rim at different angles. Again, a slight variation playing upon that a little bit more dynamic and sporty look. The front end is the same from an R design, except we've blackened the grille frame on this to create a dipped homogeneous look. So it's really a black dipped look throughout all the panels and accents of a glossy black detail. It conveys a slightly more attitude in the front end than the regular XC60 R design. And of course, with those 22-inch wheels comes the body kit. So this has a wider stance than the regular R design. It really plants itself to the road.
How much wider?
How much wider? I don't have the exact number off the top of my head. I would guess about 20 mils per side that the track is pushed out, but I'll have to clarify that one. Inside, also, we have, of course, the Polestar Engineered matching gold seat belts. So that is basically the Polestar Engineered XC60. Really fun to drive. You guys will have a great experience in it tomorrow with a special event that we have planned for you there. If we move over to the next vehicle, this vehicle is the all-new V60 Cross Country. So this is not just the V60, but it is a V60 that has been raised around 2.5 inches or so, or 65 millimeters. And it has a unique chassis on this car, a cross-country chassis. So this car also has been widened with wheel arch extensions as well, and it's about 15 mils per side. We'll have to check those numbers per se. But in the front end, when we were designing this car, we really tried to think of this as a modern sports gear or lifestyle equipment, more of an extension of a lifestyle. such from modern products such as outdoor active bikes or sporting gear, skis. Those products have served real inspiration for this vehicle. In the way that it did is we really tried to keep it efficient looking. So a lightweight proportion to this vehicle. And it's the way that we've added the trim parts and pieces and that stance to convey the capability of the car, but not make a very brutal looking vehicle. So it's still an elegant looking car. We have added the studded chrome grille on the front that carries our cross-country look between the V90 Cross Country as well as the V60 Cross Country here. And also we talked about that dipped look from the R design and the glossy black details, but here we have more of an in-colored charcoal that goes all around the vehicle. On the bottom of the car, you'll see the accessory pack here with the accessory 22-inch, or not 22, I wish, 20-inch wheels on the V60 Cross Country, as well as the stainless steel accent skid plate in the front, the side, and the rear. You'll have to take a walk around. But we kept those very minimalistic and very slim, again, to create that kind of elegant approach to this vehicle, or really an extension of Scandinavian modern lifestyle equipment without being overtly loud, being a bit more confident. In the interior, we also tried to keep the architecture lightweight and slim. This holds the blonde interior, and you'll see on the upper part of the seats this pearl stitch accent on the seats itself. If we move over to the last car here, which was a bit of a surprise for me, here to have this here with you guys. This is the Polestar Engineered V60. So this is not just the V60, but it is a T8 twin-engine powered Polestar Engineered car, pumping out that same 415 horsepower. This car is sporting those 19-inch wheels for the US market and 20 for Europe, with that machine-cut look. Again, same rim design throughout all of our Polestar Engineered cars. This also encompasses the same Allianz dampers inside under the hood, and it carries this black surround glossy black grille frame. Now I get the question sometimes, why didn't we do a glossy black grille frame for the regular R design? And we left that special for the Polestar Engineered version. But you can get a sense of the look of that dipped look between the glossy black throughout the vehicle, included in the rear with glossy black tail pipes. Same setup in the interior here as the XC Polestar Engineered and the S60 Polestar Engineered with the gold seat belts. Just a little accent in the interior to imply that it is Polestar Engineered. When designing this vehicle, the thought was here is to really also keep this a very lightweight and agile car. Big inspiration was that word lightweight, active, lightweight, and to encompass a bit of efficiency. I always assimilate the surfacing on the vehicle to be like an athlete. And I don't mean a big hefty bodybuilder showing muscles, but I mean a little bit more like a runner, one that's bolted, ready to start and bolt from its blocks, but has efficiently shaped muscles as we try to convey on the side of that vehicle. So have a look around, especially walk around to the rear to see the differences on these vehicles to the other ones we have. And I'm really excited for you guys to experience these cars tomorrow on your drive. Thank you very much. I'll be around for any questions. Feel free.
Hey guys, this is Roman behind the camera, and usually we don't publish these kind of product briefings, but I gotta tell you, this is a labor of love for me. I'm a huge fan of wagons, and let's face it guys, wagons aren't selling right now. In fact, one point in my life I owned a V70R, and I thought that was one of the most beautiful and one of the coolest wagons I could ever own. So I'm just giving a quick walk around of the new Volvo, well, wagons and crossovers, because for all you hardy Volvo fans, I thought you'd be interested. And this Polestar version is sexy as you know what. I mean, if this had been around back when I had the V70R, I think this would have been an incredible wagon to own. My V70R had just 300 horsepower, and that seems very sedate in comparison to today's new Volvos. And I gotta say, a little bummed that nobody's buying station wagons at this point. Well, some of you guys are buying it, but we're really selling wagons into a headwind. And Volvo has certainly gone a long way at design. It's always been very minimalist, it's always been very elegant, it's always been very stylish. And to me, the wagon represents kind of the pinnacle of that. I mean, look at this wood. It's just really sensual and just works so well with the leather and the light interior. It's just a pleasure for the eyes. And that's been one of the great things about Volvos. Not only are they safe, but they're also sexy. And now, of course, with electrification coming, Volvos are getting fast, and especially the Polestars. And of course here, he was talking about the wheels and tires, so I'm going to show you those. The brakes, I don't know if you can see the shocks hiding under there, but these are P0s, which on our track are some of the best tires right now. If you want a high performance car, this one of course has a dark interior. We've gone away from the wood for a more modern stainless steel look. I have to say that this starter switch and this drive mode switch in the screen, when it first came out, gosh, it must be 4 years ago now, was something unique. It was a big screen, and they seemed to have really captured where the industry is going. Now it's starting to feel just a little bit dated, and that's probably because Tesla has come along and really reset the bar, at least in terms of screen size and kind of minimalist interiors. So while, you know, once upon a time this Thor's hammer design was certainly innovative and intriguing, now I think we've kind of gone beyond that. But let's take a look at this interior. And the greatest thing, at least in my mind, with all Volvos has always been seat comfort. I have never sat in a seat that was as comfortable as those in my V70R. And we just did a video recently with the Lincoln Aviator, and that's got seats that basically can be customized in 30 different ways. And yet sometimes a very simple seat, one that, you know, doesn't have a lot of these controls, but is just designed very ergonomically and very smartly, is the best seat of all. And that's always the way I've felt about Volvo seats. I actually wish I could have one for my television viewing. And of course here we have the two captain seats, in which it's now easier to get in the back seat for the kiddos. I gotta tell you, if you were here with me and I'm in Banff, Canada, outside of Calgary, the smell in this thing would be incredible. Once again, here's that kind of burled, well, this is more leopard striped wood. That's just really sensual and just really beautiful. So there you have it, guys. This has been a little bit of a love letter, a little bit of a fanboy video. I'm usually trying to be more of a journalist and less of a fanboy, but I gotta say I do have a soft spot in my heart for Volvos, and so take it as my love letter to Volvo, and thank you for bringing me out here to a beautiful part of the country. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best Canadian Rocky Mountains in all of Canada. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to know more, we'll be reviewing these cars, and go check out TFLcar.com for more news, views, and of course, Volvo, and they won't be love letter reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.